Hey guys, welcome to the Quant Lab. The Quant Lab में आपका स्वागत है. In this video, we will talk about how to build a Telegram bot. Get started. I'll walk you through step by step, getting into Telegram UI, showing how to create a bot, how to get the API, and then sample code, which will implement a very simple functionality of predicting stock prices, where the input is given in Telegram and you receive some sort of an output. Now, this is more of a framework and demo. We are planning a lot more videos which will go further deep dive, getting into advanced functionalities. So consider this as a part one of the exercise where we'll look at the basic and the foundational framework. Why is this important? Automation really plays a very important role when you want to learn algorithmic trading. A lot of people want to be notified about changes in market events, data changes, buy sell positions, stuff like that. And you can do all of that and get notified in Telegram very easily using this framework. So let's get to the building part of it. So what I have is a Jupyter notebook where we have three pieces. I'll talk about this in more detail. So we have set up and import, we have initialized Telegram bot, and we have a functionality, and finally we are doing a forecasting and running, and finally running all of this. So the way all of this will work is the first thing we'll need is obviously a Telegram bot. So I'll pull up Telegram and show you from an interface standpoint what I have done. So I have a bot called Portfolio Sparrow. I registered it quite long back, but I'll showcase you the functionality. The functionality which we have implemented essentially is this, which is, as you can see on the screen, you type /forecast. Right now it will not give anything because nothing is running. And you give the ticker name, for example, SBIN.NS, and you will get some sort of a response. Right now it's not working because the server is not up. We will bring this up. So I'll create his chat history for now. But now I want to go to how can we build something like this. So what you need to do is search for something called as Botfather and look for a Telegram verified account. So Botfather is really the top bot, as the name says, it's the father of all bots. And you can use it to create bots and accounts and manage your existing bots as well. The handle is @Botfather. Now what you do is, you can just do start, and when you start with Botfather, let's just hide this for a second to get more real estate. And as you do / you'll get a lot of options, but we just want to seize the possibilities. So when you do this, right, when you do a /start, it will give you all the options it has, like the control and managing Telegram bot. So you can edit the bots, you can do settings around bots like authorization tokens and stuff. You can do web apps and you can do games. So what I did some time back is I've already registered it. So all you need to do is /new bot. You need to give it a name and it needs to be unique unless and until the bot is completely unique in the Telegram system, it will not take a registration. So you give it a name, and then finally you'll once you arrive at a username something, it will give you done, congratulations on your new bot, and it will give you the link, and it will also give you the HTTP token API. Now this token API is what will be used across your interaction with bot. This is essentially a secret. I'm showing it on the screen because I'm most likely going to delete the bot anyway later. But this is a secret key. Please keep it safe with yourself, because if other people get a hang of it, they can, screw around with your bot and the functionality of it. So that's pretty much what you need to know about creating the bot. It's very, very simple functionality. Copy this token code and we'll come back to it later. All right. So now we'll talk about the core set of functionalities that we require to build a bot and the framework and let's say a process around it. So this standard set of library, obviously. So we are using DateTime for handling date, Yahoo Finance for getting data, Pandas for managing usual stuff. sklearn is because what we are trying to do is forecast it. So I thought that getting data would be too simple. So what we are doing is, as you give data from the bot, it connects through the functions Python code, goes to Yahoo Finance, gets the data, does some technical indicator, we'll look at the code, and then it eventually goes into using machine learning to forecast it. So All of this operation that I talked about happens really, really fast. So I'm trying to explain the process very simply again. You give the data from Telegram as an input slash forecast name, then it goes in the background using the server and the bot, goes to Yahoo Finance, gets the data, applies some technical indicators, then uses all of the features to feed it into a machine learning model and generate a forecast. Now this is a linear regression, literally probably the uh, most incorrect model for this kind of functionality. But the idea is not to demonstrate a working model of machine learning. The idea is to demonstrate the process. So the entire operation is handled within functions. So that's important. And I've used function based approach. So this is the data. There's a library called Telebot. There's a couple of libraries which can be used. There's a official one. There's a couple of unofficial one. This is a really simple one. You can use this for basic functionalities. If you want more advanced stuff, you can probably look at other standard libraries. So it's called Telebot. You can install it, and that's it. That's pretty much. So I've installed it, and we'll move forward. What you need to do is initialize your bot really, in a nice way, like, right? You need to, the nice way is basically in a secure way. I think I should have said secure way. So what you do is create a variable which will capture the token. Now I will repeat, this is essentially this token which you got here, right, from Botfather. And you run this, and you can just put a print statement if it works, like the bot has been successfully initialized. The print is really not connected. It's just more of a print statement to see if no errors or something happening. The real test comes in later. So what we do is we have now a function. So the function is called fetch and prepare data. Simple stuff. It takes a symbol. You have some end time, which is today, and then you can set a minus start date, how many number of days you want. I've taken 730 days, which is essentially 2 years of close to data. Why 2 years? No reason, just like that. And you fetch historical data in the background. So it's really getting historical data in the background. And then you prepare some data for regression, and I'm doing 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average, percentage change, and future close prices. And then, so that's some sort of preparation of features, very simple features. So this is fetch and prepare data. Now then what you have is you have feature selection happening, which we just talked about. Then we'll go into training the model. So training models is standard. You give X, which is, all the dependent variable, sorry, all the independent variables, which are open, high, low, MA 20, 50 percentage change. And finally the dependent variable, which is the future closing price. And essentially future closing price is just looked at for 7 days. So we are trying to predict 7 days in the future. So it's basically y is equals to mx plus c equation, the equation of line which we have studied. But again, I repeat, I am not giving trading advice. This is more of a process and teaching how to build a bot. So you have this done, and think about it. Instead of this, you can have any parameter. You can look for crossovers. You can look for technical indicators. You can do anything that you want with this functionality, and we will demonstrate some of them in the future. So I've built the model, I've returned the model and the RMSE score, and that's what this is doing. And finally, you are responding with the forecast, and this is one of the core functionalities. So you are getting a user input, you are getting the fetch and prepare data calling based on the user input, and user input is basically split. Basically, like, this is the format, forecast stock symbol, it will split and take this because the first is considered as the command, and that's what is captured here. Then you go and train the model and obtain RMSE. Now, can I do this differently and train the model before even doing this? Yes, absolutely. But think about this, that this is a really fast model, so it's always live. Like, I don't need to retrain. It's literally being retrained every single time this is run. So a very inefficient way. But again, I'll show you how fast this really works. And then finally you are making some predictions for a week ahead and formulating the final response. And last, you are calling bot.polling nonstop is equals to true, which means we are just running the bot nonstop and it's gonna poll it. So all I'll do now is I will take you guys back to Telegram just to close on the demo. and we will show that forecast AAPL, which is Apple, and I'll press enter. So ideally nothing will happen here, but the moment I do this, now what's happening is, okay, it's giving some, okay, it gave me an answer. Yeah, now it's running. It's giving an error for some reason. Just give me a second. Yeah, now it's running, right? I shouldn't have given it an input before. Now if you see, I can keep giving it all the time and it will be like tuck tuck, and there's nothing happening in the code because essentially what's doing it is just polling, and this entire code is being run every single time when I'm polling it because the handler is registered with the function forecast. Now this is not really saved or anything. You can change it to any literal stock, for example sbin.ns. Yeah, it's for some reason very small. ICICI.ns. Okay, I was wrong, so it will give an error. So basically, if there's a error in the formatting input, I haven't handled it in this code. So this is basically saying ICICI.ns does not exist, which is fine. My best guess is it is ICICI bank.ns, and I hope that's what it is. Yes. So yeah, this is what it is doing, essentially getting the data real time and AAPL. You can do GOG. I don't know what's GOG. I think Google is GOGL. No, again it will give an error. So it doesn't really matter. You can pick literally any ticker. I just don't remember enough of them. HDFC Bank.ns. Yeah, so HDFC Bank is predicted for a week ahead is 1643.85, which mean RMSE of 55.39. Again, I'm not getting into the discussion of the model, but this is how you can build the functionality. So what we have looked at now is an end-to-end workflow of how we are able to connect with Telegram and automate something really simple. Now I want to go back and explain the technical architecture one more time so that you understand the complexity and speed of execution involved. You are giving it a command forecast. The command can be literally anything. You're giving it the symbol name and it's taking it, splitting it out, taking the symbol. You can design it to work with multiple of them. It's going in the background, trying to build a forecast using 2 years of history and doing some technical calculations like moving averages and stuff, and then finally throwing you an output. If you ended up like completely automating this with 5-second data or second level data using WebSockets and all, this Telegram bot will literally keep flooding you through the entire day, and it's that fast. So this is basically the process and power of automation. You can use this and to design and build systems. And with that, I want to conclude the part one of this conversation. Please stay tuned. We are going to talk about a lot more of these conversations. The entire month is going to be around themes like this, where I'm going to work with real-time trade using real money market data, then bring that again from Python, then bring it again in Telegram, and do all of these sort of permutation combination. All right, that's it. This was Akash talking to you. Bye bye. Cheers. Have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe.